How has this tour been for you so far? Or what has been the highlight moment for you right now?
The highlight moment?
Yeah.
You know, there was this moment where, like, I looked out and pretty much every band on the tour was sitting on the side of the stage. So we put out pillows. We got, like, pillows on the side and sort of invite everybody out. And a lot of tours, a lot of festivals, I think that especially rock bands could be very standoffish. Yeah. I don't know why, because it's not that way in hip-hop. Hip-hop, everybody gets together and there's this great kind of collective tradition. Mm-hmm. But rock bands are kind of like, meh. They're like British public school, you know, twits, if you know what I mean. Huh. No offense to my... This is... Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, no, that seems like fun.
On this tour, like, people come out, they listen, and they enjoy the music. I'm playing for as much for other bands out here as I am for the audience, which I think is really kind of fun.
Absolutely. Other band names that you had in mind before you decided on Third Eye Blind?
Oh, I always wanted to call my band, well, somebody said you should call it Jenkins when I started, which, you know, would clear up a lot of things. They said, could you imagine Jenkins and a great big sign? It just never really worked for me. I don't know. It might have been good.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to call it Whipping Boy. Do you know what a whipping boy is?
Explain it, please.
A whipping boy, it was this medieval thing where you would have a prince, and the teachers weren't allowed to, physically punish a prince, right? Yeah. So they would have a whipping boy. So when the prince did something bad, they would have this other boy who would actually physically get punished.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they get a spanking.
That's awful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think about that.
Right? So now,
that's not right.
So now I'm the one getting whipped for the offenses of, others.
Interesting.
So I would call it that, but I think there's like a band in the UK called Whipping Boy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I could get it back, I don't know.
Third Eye Blind, I like that. I like that name. So how has Third Eye Blind evolved, would you say, over the years?
Well, we go through like evolutions and de-evolutions. I mean, starting out, I think everyone is, you kind of trust yourself, and then you go out and you're exposed to the public, and then that makes you kind of self-conscious. Mm-hmm. And then if you have any chance of kind of coming out after that sort of sophomore self-reflexive period, then you have to learn to trust yourself and sort of be natural when you're living your life in front of cameras and fans and record executives and everything else. So I think we're at the point we're in that struggle of trying to trust ourselves and be spontaneous and immediate and insisting on what we play.
Yeah.
And that's always sort of the challenge and mission of being in a band that's in the public eye.
Absolutely. So describe your new album, Ursa Major.
Was that way too grown up for the kids?
No,
you guys understand what I'm saying, right?
No, they appreciate. I appreciate it. No, you're good. You're all good. But Ursa Major.
Ursa Major.
How does that compare to past albums, or what can you say about that?
Well, I think it's like the best sounding album we've made. I made it in my own studio, and it's all made on like sort of old gear, and
cool.
It's all made on tape.
Yeah. And how is it compared to the past?
I never know. I'm never good at that. I gotta figure out a good answer for that.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer.
No?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I really don't. I mean, for me, making music is not an intellectual process. It's really an emotional one. It's an intuitive one, and then it's only when, it's like whenever I start to overthink it, that's when I just screw the whole thing up. Right. So, I don't have those kinds of answers. I know that the next record, Ursa Minor, which is supposed to be the accompaniment to Ursa Major.
Right. When does that come out?
Well, we're going to record it in July.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost July.
Yeah.
So next month we're going to come off tour and record it. That's going to be. I want that to be sort of simple and fearless. Yeah, those are the words that I want to go for. Because a lot of times, like I will stack all kinds of things up on top of things, and just make this super elaborate production. And I want a very simple kind of thing. And I want to see some asses shaking.
Well, that kind of goes into my next question. What was your favorite music video to make?
Mine?
I've seen
Bonfire, last one. Bonfire.
That's the one I saw, and it just seemed so much fun to make because everyone just looked like they were having fun. It was a big party, and it didn't really seem like a music video. It just seemed like
that's all we tried to do. I get to direct my own videos now, so
yeah. Oh, okay.
So
you made it to that level.
Yeah. So I direct my own videos, and it's just videos in the past that we've had these gigantic budgets, and I look at it one time, and I just have this flat line. It means nothing to me, and then we get to go out. That was like $10,000 and like 4 cameras. We did a show in Austin. We invited fans. Those are literally the fans from the show.
Wow.
Out to this giant it
it
was a lake bed that we had it on. We built a big fire.
Mm-hmm.
We lit it up, and then we just filmed what happened around it. So all the reactions for people
were real. They were real.
Were genuine because we had 4 cameras going on.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know what angle they were being shot at.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the course of the night, with enough beer, they began to forget.
Wow. That's really cool. That's probably the best way to do a music video. So, if you could play 2 songs from any one of your albums, and that would definitely be a crowd pleaser, which songs would you pick?
That would be a crowd pleaser?
Yeah. What would like 2 songs that I know you like a lot of the songs that might be your favorite, but what do you think the crowd would want to see? Just 2.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a tough question. I know.
They're all my little children. I can never tell. And they're like, there's always songs. There's songs that like, like a song like "Slow Motion" was banned from all our albums, but it became.
Yeah, why? Why?
Well, because they think the lyrics are too controversial, which I think is totally silly. It's a big problem in America. America has a very hard time with irony. Irony, it means that the intended meaning is the opposite of the stated meaning. Yeah.
Something to think about for sure. Now, have you seen Yes Man?
No, I have not.
Have you heard about Yes Man with Jim Carrey, or that they use your song "Jumper" in the middle of the movie?
Yes, I have.
Now, did they have to ask permission from you, or how did you hear about it? What was your reaction? Because I don't know, people from my generation, that was a pretty big movie, and right in the middle of the movie, Jumper came on, Jim Carrey started singing it with the guitar, and it was just such a great moment.
Did you like that moment?
I loved that moment.
Oh, wow.
Everyone started singing along with it.
Well, I'm so glad.
It was really cool, but I didn't know if they had to call you and ask you if we were allowed to use that song, or how you heard about it, or if someone came up to you and said, "Oh." Like,
somebody like in the office said, "Oh, Jim Carrey's going to sing a song, of yours in a movie," and I was like, "Is he now?" And I was like, "Well,
Were you upset? Like, were you okay with that, or?
No, I was like, finally Jim Carrey is going to sing a song, and I think with his powerful, strong arms, embracing my song and the world, that he'll probably cure humanity of all of its ills. That was my hope, at least.
Yeah, I don't know if it works.
We'll wait till it, goes out into like DVD, or maybe it's already on DVD. I don't know.
I'm not even sure. Probably.
Yeah.
But still, I was just curious because that's when I thought of Third Eye Blind. I was like, oh yeah, I love that song, and everyone broke out into it, and I was like, nice. I liked it. It was a nice little moment for me.
I'm happy to have people sing my song.
A nice little moment, yeah. All right, final question. If you could trade places with anyone for a week, dead or alive, or it could be a fictional character, who would you choose?
Trading places with somebody who's dead?
Well, they were once alive, like Elvis or someone.
Oh.
It's a tough one. I know, it's a tough one.
I guess it'd be like Ramses, I'd like to be a pharaoh. I think that'd be really great.
Yeah?
Supposedly they had like 23 different 100 kinds of beer.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. You like beer?
Well, not really, but it's okay.
Yeah. But what is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Yeah. What's your go-to?
Water.
Oh, water? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for talking with me, Stephan.
It was a green TV show.
It was a pleasure.
Okay.
It was a pleasure. Yeah, best of luck.
Fight the power.
Yeah.